Girl, y'all ready for this screaming, yelling ass reunion? Alright, please welcome our special guest, Naysha Lopez. Happy birthday, bitch! And make some noise for Miss Shangela.
They got a bitch sitting in a corset. Let's see how this works out. Hallelujah. Y'all ready about that time? That's fish.
Oh, lovely. Look how bright. Okay. Last time you were supposed to be here, you got the Holly flu.
That's true. And I missed. Ooh. Yeah, fucking this Holly broke down. It's true, I missed 1 out of 2 nights, but I came the second night. I was a professional. I did the meet and greet in mock gloves, and I did my number inside a plastic box, but I was here.
How are you, Naysha? Naysha, this is your first viewing party.
This is my first viewing party here, so we're going to make it a memorable one, yes?
Depending on how many drinks she had, a forgettable one.
Let's aim for that, yes?
I've heard some shady stuff about this reunion, so I'm kind of excited to see if it's
well, you know, I've been, she's a professional working diva like these gals. I just came back from Helsinki 2 nights ago. Yeah, it's funk, bitch, yeah. But I haven't heard much. We worked with Aquaria on the tour. Oh shit, are we starting? Let's go! All right.
Yes.
Miss. Well, I was going for Miss Changi, but that'll work too.
I love how nice Miss Banji was. She said, "Thank you, Calorie, for sending her home."
Hey, look, I have been the girl who went home first, if you remember. Season 2. So I know what it's like to be like, oh, bitch, what have I done? I better work this between now and the first episode. They were like, how far do you go? Stay tuned, baby, but I'm up there. I'm up there, baby. You better watch it. So I'm guilty of that shit too, boo. So I'm so proud of Miss Banji, bitch. You know, the show gave her a great gift, but it's not like she's just been sitting back on it.
Yeah.
She just released a new single yesterday on iTunes. So check that out. And I love Banji. She's like my little niece.
She has the right attitude about it. Like, she could have been salty and whatever, but she let her
Well, no, that bitch was in shock when she was leaving. Trust me. She was living through life like, Miss Banji. Miss, they should have put that bitch in a straight jacket is what they should have done.
Did you guys love how human it made RuPaul? Like, she cracked, she laughed every week. I made her so human, and I absolutely love that about. That was like my favorite thing about seeing that happen.
It doesn't happen a lot, does it?
Hell no.
Can we do shots, Sean? I feel like that's the kind of weak rule.
Oh wait, I want to talk about the show. Hold on. What about Monique Hart? I love Monique Hart. Yo.
I wish I would have gotten runway walks in the outfit.
Is the outfit popcorn?
Yeah.
It's been done. It's been done.
Who did it?
Me, bitch. I'm the queen of corn, bitch. I'm the fucking hardest bitch.
Did you see her purse? It said, here for the comments.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it all. I mean, but her excuse about not. Now, I love Monique. Let me disclaim that. But not knowing the words because you were up making a costume, that's really not a good excuse.
You got the headphones in.
No, bitch, first of all, we all get the words about 2 weeks before we even leave, right?
Yeah. You gotta listen to like 10 songs. Yeah.
Every song you get before you even leave to go do the competition. And even every night when we would be working on costumes, I mean, not me, because you saw the costumes, I can't work on shit. But I was trying. When I was trying to work on a costume, You know, you can have your headphones in because they preload an iPod for you when you first arrive.
Yes,
and give it to you with all the songs and sheets with all the lyrics so you learn them. So, I mean, I love Monique. I wish she would have learned those lyrics because I think she could have gone much farther.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah, totally, yes.
Yeah, for sure. What do y'all think? Yes?
Yeah.
She's good.
Her like confessional was like my favorite.
Facts are facts, America. Facts are facts, bitch. Stunning brown cow, bitch. And Aquarius, they're dressed up like the brown cow tonight. I love that.
Did you see her rings when she holds them up? They said stunning on all the rings.
Oh, that's what Aquarius has, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it, love it. Monique should be taking 10%. Yes.
So, Shangela, yeah, okay, yeah, we're getting drunk tonight, right?
No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
I don't see none of these hoes with a cocktail.
They're on the ground.
There you go, baby.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
It's birthday, you're not for Naysha's birthday.
Did somebody see the grudge sitting on the front row?
Oh my God.
It was just me. I was scared. I felt like Brenda and scared blue. I was like, Sydney, there's a little lady in the TV, Sydney. You know, Brenda was my original Snatch Game character.
Oh,
For All Stars, yes, it was. I had the wig made and everything, bitch. But they told us when we got there that you're no longer allowed to do characters.
Right.
You can only do real people in the Snatch Game or else they get sued. Yeah.
There's certain characters that they can't get the copyright for, and we can't do it. So yeah, you have to have.
Full housewives on this thing.
Oh no!
I did not. How are we feeling after this?
Do you guys think that was justified her walking out? Yes? You think so? Okay, hold on. I don't know if y'all clocked something. The argument was trying to tell Eureka to shut the fuck up and not say nothing at all. But when she was told the same thing, she said, well, why not speak up? It was kind of contradictory because she was saying, did you guys clock that? Seriously, that's what she said. Now, I'm all for
I
it.
love how polarizing this is, which is I think the best part about this is really good TV because the whole time we're watching, I hear different pockets of the audience going, oh, work,
yeah.
and then Ru goes, oh yeah, work, Ru's right, and everyone sees it from a different position, and that's why it's so fucking good. So I'm glad that Vixen has brought these things up. She's not always right,
Right.
but she did make some points, but she does like to pick a fight, we know that, I will say she likes to pick a fight, but I really do appreciate that.
I'm all for the honesty. I love the honesty.
Yeah.
I love the honesty of it all.
What do you think, Shanji?
Well, first of all, this is juicy as fuck.
This is really.
If this came on at the same time as Atlanta Housewives, I might record that and watch this and then go back and watch that.
I feel like it's been so fluffy in the past with the reunions, and this one they are
Let me
really.
tell you what the trick is. I'm gonna tell you if y'all guys hear me. The trick to having a good reunion, a juicy reunion, is you take the audience out of it. See, with the girls, you'll notice that after season 6, maybe 5 had an audience. After season 4, they started doing the reunions in front of a live audience. Well, everyone in front of a live audience wants to be like this.
Pageant answer.
Politically correct.
But if you take the audience out and just put Ru, the girls, and a light, bitch, it's going down, okay? And just like last year they did it, and tonight they did as well. So they've learned that. In addition to back to the Vixen thing, I think that honestly, in watching the show, I felt very connected to the Vixen in a way. I didn't know her. I never met her prior to the show. I met her now. She's very lovely to work with.
She is.
In watching her on the show, I was like, damn, that's season 3 Untucked Shanji right there. That's me, bitch. That was me. That bitch said I had a sugar daddy. I'm like, nah, baby, let me tell you something. Hold on, let's get it together before you want to read, bitch. I don't have a sugar daddy. I never had a sugar daddy. I was a sugar daddy. I didn't know what I was. And you think you never had a sugar daddy. You don't know how to and everything I know about going through myself for the girl like you, bitch. Woo.
Do you see some of Mimi? Do you see some of Mimi I'm first in Eureka?
Perhaps, but let me tell you this. I ain't going there, bitch. But I'll tell you this, besides the fact that I have merchandise up here that says I don't have a sugar daddy. Hold that shirt up, baby. Hold that shirt up. See, that says I don't have a sugar daddy. Never had a sugar daddy. But in addition to that, before we come back, the commercial's coming back. Here we go, real quickly. I think that in watching that now, as someone who's been in this business for a little bit longer than I was first, you come into the show with your own personal issues. Whether people have knocked you down before, have told you no, and you felt like you had to fight your way up. She came in and said, bitch, I came to fight. But she didn't mean like physically fight. I think I have to fight for everything that I've gotten in this world. So in that moment, sometimes you learn though as an adult, you don't have to fight, bitch. Let your own work and who you are showcase exactly who you are, and don't worry about them hoes, okay? Hallelujah!
Follow-up question, would you change anything about how you did season 3?
Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yeah.
No, because it shaped me to who I am today.
Yeah.
I don't regret anything. Now, looking back at it, did I watch it and go, oh yeah, bitch, you could have grown some more? Yes, but that's the person who I was in that moment in time. So you can't go back and change anything. No use in trying to regret it. Just fix it, or try to fix it and be the best person you can be. And that's what I'm doing today. Hallelujah.
Selling motivational posters over here.
Yeah! Oh yeah, there's posters outside it. It says Shangela. Hallelujah. $10. There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So you love it? Oh, sorry.
Now we're back.
Oh God, y'all got me crying.
I need another drink.
Can we get
That was a lot.
Girl.
That was a lot.
Well, I think we need to chat. But first, we need to say, everybody say love. Love. Okay, good. Now everybody say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now drink. I like her. She said,
Girl. Bitch. Well, okay, first, should we unpack the Vixen stuff? Yeah, what do you think about her walking away? What's your side on that? Do you think that Asia, it's not shady, I have bad memory. Do you think Asia was right? Do you think Rue made some valid points?
Oh girl. It's so hard. It really is, because I mean, I think what Asia's saying is absolutely true. You don't want to give up on anyone. You do want to be there as much as you can for someone. But then what Rue's saying is that sometimes, I mean, people don't want to listen. But does that mean you give up? It's really hard and challenging. No, go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
so, okay, here's the deal. For me, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, I would love to hear how y'all feel too. But in watching that moment, I felt like Rue and Asia were coming from two totally different perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay? Rue is a 60-year-old man and queen and mentor and pioneer for our industry, and I respect and love RuPaul. Let me write that down if anybody is recording. Hallelujah. It's a true story. But the thing about that moment was, Rue felt personally attacked and disrespected in that moment. Just like he said, bitch, I invited you to my house. I put you on my show, and then you gonna roll out on me and try to pull a stunt on me on my show? No, hell no. That's where her mind was. Trust me, I've been there many times, I know. That being said, Asia, who is also a contestant in the situation, her first year in Drag Race, this is someone that she is connected with in the RuPaul's Drag Race room, and since the show finished taping last fucking July or August, she has also had a connection with. This is her homegirl, her sister, who she sees in that moment getting frustrated and had to take herself out of the situation so she didn't continue to act a fool, okay? So she rolled out and she's like, you know what, I understand her. Rue don't know the Vixen, trust me on that. She probably next week can't tell you the Vixen's name, okay? That's a true story, bitch. It's a true story. You'll be like, remember this girl on your show? No, don't remember her at all. It's a true story.
Do y'all listen to the podcast?
Okay, she won't know. So she really has no personal connection to the Vixen and what she's going through, and could probably give two fucks, to be very honest with you. So and this is the true story. I'm not drunk. Let me say that first of all. I'll be later, not now. And I'm just telling you, that's the true story of it. So in that moment, I just feel like, did I think both of them may be justified about their points of views? Yeah, coming from, I can see her perspective, I can see Asia's perspective. They're just coming from two totally different perspectives. Is one more right than the other? I can tell you that. Would I have sided more with Asia in that moment? Probably yes, because I'm a contestant girl. I've been in the room, I know the drama, I know how it feels to be a contestant, I know how it feels to be like, okay, I just acted the fool and now America's gonna perceive me in a certain way. Let me roll out before I do more. So I definitely identify with Asia and I identify with the vixen in that moment. And I probably wouldn't side with RuPaul in that particular argument. Because let me tell you something, I would say like, Ru, you've grown, okay? You've been doing this. Yes, you're saying at this moment in time, you would not behave that way. But when you were 22, 23,
Oh, they're gonna have me crying.
The Grudge is there, bitch. I can't believe that bitch came as the Grudge. I love it. She came as the Grudge. If she climbed out from backstage, now that would have really turned the party, bitch.
They brought up some good points about the kids, and I think Drag Race has really done a thing that has, like when I watched TV when I was little, I had Will and Grace, but I didn't think that I was like Will or Jack, and I didn't really have something to connect to. There was no gay people in my like family, or my mom didn't have those friends, so to be able to watch this and see some men dressing up in women's clothes, like the kids, I'm not gonna say they have it good, they have it better, but that is the shit to me. I wish I had that. That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine being a little kid and you can go in your room and you're not watching late night HBO, bitch. You're watching 7 o'clock VH1 and you're fucking 7, 8 years old. You go, bitch, I'm Monique Clark. I'm Shangela. I'm Trixie. I am one of these people, and it helps you skip to a point later in your life when you realize you're 20, you're whatever.
Well, it's so important that we have representation on television, in the media, in film that is accurate and equal representation. So we don't get stereotyped to being one way, but we have all different types. Because trust me, the one way that we were previously, we were also that way, okay? But we didn't have equal representation of all the different parts of our community.
Will and Grace got us there. Will and Grace got us there, but
there were no black people on Will and Grace.
No.
Okay? But there's a lot of black people who are gay. Hallelujah. But every step helps, and that's why it's so important for everyone, especially everyone here, to not only support shows like RuPaul's Drag Race, but if you don't see yourself represented there, create something. It don't even have to be on TV. It can just be in your own community to make sure that everyone feels like, bitch, yes, I belong, I am worthy, and I'm a rightful part of a community, which is great.
It's true, man. And one thing is when you don't see it and you don't find that place, it's okay for you to be that place. Be that example, be that person. Because there is somebody else that is gonna look up to you and look at you and think, that's me. You might not find that person, but somebody might see that in you. So you don't always have to find a place to belong. You could always just be you.
Hallelujah. All right. Are y'all having a good time? This is like having like a 500 person party at my house and we just watching shit, but they know it's my house them because they know food. And you know, I ain't spending money on y'all hoes. Did I mention we got merchandise? Yes. Okay, any questions from the audience? Yeah, baby, what's your question? Do we accept credit cards? There's an ATM right here in this building that's right there. And what's your name? Start next to her. Steven, you gonna save her seat, won't you? He lied and said, don't trust white people. I don't trust them. I'm kidding. He said, I'm not lying. It's just very, very. No, I'm just kidding. It's family. I love her. Yeah, I do. I love you.
There's another one over here for you.
Yes, sir.
How much are the
fans are only $30 US. Now, if you were in Deutschmarks, bitch, that'd be like 464. But tonight, 30 US American, and they pop.
Where did this spiritual return to HSN?
bitch is hot. You'll be the coolest bitch in the audience, I swear. Alright, that's 130, 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, 30. Bro, get your ass up, bitch. I'm gonna give you $5. Go get it. $30, $30, what a soul. Get your fan, yeah. And the shirts go up to a 2X. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. On the website, they go up to 5X for all y'all hungry bitches. I ain't mad at you, bitch. Eat. Yes, yes, in the back. You got a question? Stand up.
Did you have fun during your final All-Star 3?
Did you have fun during the All-Star 3 finale?
Oh, bitch, you saw the finale. You know damn well I didn't have no fun. I'm kidding. You know what? Up until the last 10 minutes, what'd you say? I was, no, stop it. Let me tell you, before the commercial comes back, I was not robbed, bitch. I was not. I was burglarized, bitch. But she's alright tonight. She's alright. She's on a 156 over that.
We have taken 3 commercial breaks and we are still crying on this show, girl. Let's talk about some light shit. We're gonna do a little bit of a Q&A, an official one, and we have Sean here. Make some notes for Sean. Sean. He's the one who puts all this together. So we're gonna do a Q&A. If you have a question, raise your hand. I see one right here.
Question, raise your hand.
Who do you think is gonna win this season?
Ooh.
How about who should?
All right, we got a meet and greet tomorrow that actually starts around 9 o'clock. So that'll be, you can, if there's a meet and greet tomorrow, so actually. All right, Shangela, who do you think is going to win this season? That's a hard one.
Okay, who's gonna win this season? So the top 4 are Cameron, Asia, Aquaria, and Eureka.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it were just based on how they've done throughout the season, I think it would be if I were to name the top 3, it's gonna be Asia, Aquaria, Eureka. No disrespect to Cameron, but she's been at the bottom to just, okay. So now out of those 3, first of all, you have to know I used to backup dance for Asia O'Hara as a boy when I was 18. If you go back and look at the Miss Gay USA 2010 pageant, 9 pageant, the year after Alyssa won Asia, because Alyssa and Asia are old-time friends as well. Asia used to rehearse at Alyssa's studio, so they shared dances, and I was one of the dancers. So we go way back. Asia has been the same sweet, caring person for all that amount of time. I think that if anyone has put their time in to the drag industry, it is definitely Asia O'Hara. Okay? She's great. Now, Eureka, I think, came back and was consistent all season long. Did a lovely job. I mean, bitch had a whole year to get ready, so she should not be right. But she did great, and she was very entertaining. Aquaria, though, even being so young, and I know the show arc, and it was, she's very ego and all that, but she has done something with her time, even in a year, 2 years, whatever, in perfecting her drag. When I started, bitch, I looked a fool. Y'all saw me season 2. I didn't have no makeup, I had a dream. Hallelujah. But you know what? That's that new the millennial generation of they got YouTube, they learned at the house. So the first time they came out, bitch, they was already painted for the light. So I love the creative mind that she has and all the looks. So I think it's going to be a photo finish between the 3 of them at least. But you never know.
Who do you think, Naysha?
I'm gonna keep it real simple. No, consistency for me is key, and for me, the one who's been most consistent and innovative in every aspect with look, makeup, hair, everything has been Aquaria for me.
All right. Before we went away, you were about to start a thought.
I forgot.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Hello. What's your question?
Hi, so I was wondering, I love you.
You have
do you feel that Eureka is going to be the Trixie of this season in the terms of being fan favorite and burglarizing of the house?
Well, first of all, I don't think that Trixie burglarized anyone. I'm a huge fan of Trixie Mattel. And she was in the top 4. Everyone was in the top 4. She didn't vote for the top 4 to the 2. She was just there.
She actually voted.
She actually voted for me.
Yeah, she did.
So she's my homegirl. Do I think that Eureka is going to steal something from someone else? No. I mean, this is a regular season in which the girls have all put forth their best effort throughout the whole show. And I think that anyone in that 4 who wins deserves it. As long as it's something that they have all worked for. You saw the last week's episode, bitch, they all brought it. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. And if they put it, everything way the whole season up until the final lip sync, now I know it's a lip sync, or how they do it. Because honestly, for a season, what was it, 9? I thought Shea Coulee had it in the bag, bitch. And even after she did the lip sync, I said, well, she still got it in the bag. And then I was cracked when she didn't make it from the 4 to the 2. So, I no shade to Sasha. I just thought Shea had done such a great job all season long. That was her fucking title, So we'll see. I remember. Let's stay tuned, dude. Thank you, though.
Hello, what's your question?
Naysha and Shangela, what was the most stressful thing about being on Drag Race?
Well, I was only there 5 minutes, so.
You came back, girl. 6 minutes.
No, you know what it was? I'll tell you this, the most stressful thing for me, and this is after, actually not on the show, the worst thing about my entire experience was because my time was short-lived, I didn't get to develop the relationships that everybody does on the show with the entire cast, because I went home first and literally went home. I went home. I actually flew home, called me the next day, and they're just like, hey, can we bring you back? And I'm like, I just got home. And so I literally came right back. But you're secluded. And so
How long did you have in between that time?
Oh, literally, I got home that night. I told my mom the whole story. We got fucked up on a bunch of wine. And then the next day, they called me and they're like, we're going to put you on a 4 a.m. flight right back.
Girl, so you weren't even unpacked yet.
No, I was not unpacked. But then I was like, oh, Madonna challenge. Bitch, I started switching shit, changing shit out of the suitcase and shit like that. But, yeah, that's probably the most stressful, the biggest regret. What I didn't like is that I didn't get to form. I mean, I have a better relationship with Shangela than I do with some of the girls on my cast because I just didn't get to really spend any time with them. Yeah, that sucks.
All right, we have a question. Hi, what's your question? Oh, thank you, my love.
Happy birthday, Naysha!
Thank you so much, Alice. Thank you.
Shangela, how long after season 2 did you find out that you were going to be on season 3?
Okay, so after season 2, we filmed it summer of season whatever, in July. So the next May, they started taking auditions for season 3. And I actually put in an audition tape for season 3.
Really?
But this is how life works, bitch, let me tell you. So I put in a tape, and it was back when we used to submit them online. They called me within 2 days, and were like, hey, we have this idea, we want to bring you back, but we're not going to tell anyone, we're going to keep it a surprise. And I'm like, oh my God, did you love my audition tape? And they were like, what tape? They had never even gotten to the tapes yet.
Oh my God.
They never had, and it was just, it was something I guess that was meant to be. That's what I feel in my life, and I was so thankful. But I thought I had turned it on audition tape, bitch, because I had put time into that tape. It's on funnyordie.com if you want to go find it, because I was like, somebody go see this damn tape, because I worked on that tape. But anyhow, yes, so a whole year, and then we just found out within, I guess, a month before going.
Had you had any interaction with production at all, after the show, where you thought,
No, as Naysha can probably tell you, once the show's done with you, it's a wrap, bitch. You might see them their producers are casting at some of your shows. I live in LA, so you'll see them occasionally at the show. You'll be like, hey, they're like, hey, we love you, how you doing? But, check in 5, 6, 7, 8. but not really like, they're not attached to you. You don't come through like this machine where they're like, now we're gonna make you a star. Bitch, you gotta go out there and do it for yourself. And that's what I did. I went to work for myself, and I started pumping myself. I was on the phone changing my voice like I was my own booking agent, like, hey, I got Shangela, you wanna book her? Shit like that. Send this email to hallelujah@hallelujah.com. You know, I was writing my own press releases and shit and send them out, press@hallelujah.com. And you know, you have to build it yourself. If you want things done, no one's gonna do it for you in life. And that's why I'm so thankful to be in this moment today, because I didn't come around when they just, you know, I never won the show. Still ain't won the show, but I'm a winner, bitch. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hallelujah. But there's some merchandise up here on the side.
So we didn't get a Miss Congeniality. I was surprised by that.
It's coming though. It's coming. It's coming. It'll come next week. Because, okay, can I tell you the tea? We were doing the Work the World tour, which some of you have been to when we came to Chicago last year, in Europe, and they have, because you know the old former person usually gives it up, and last year was Miss, Valentina. So Valentina, it has to give it up, but she's also on the Work the World tour. So she was in Europe, so we did one of those like remote location things. Now, she did it for every girl, so I can't tell you who won, but I will tell you they are going to give it out next week, and it's not going to be called Fan Favorite, it will be called Miss Congeniality.
All right. Do we have some more questions from the audience? Hello, what's your question?
So, Shangela, during All Stars, so
Stand up, boy, I can't see you. Hey! Okay, give it to me, girl.
So when they announced the top two and you weren't one of them, what came across your mind? And also, how did you feel about the jury for all the Biden girls? How did you feel about them picking?
Well, you know what? I've always no, fuck that. Fuck the eliminated queens, bitch. No, here's the deal. Not even that. I'm joking. I'm making a joke there. But in the moment, I wasn't as surprised as I think the audience was, because I knew. Look, I've been in the game, and you gotta remember, we filmed the entire show over 3 weeks of time, okay? So these hoes had just gone home like 7 days ago, 8 days. Nobody's feelings were fully resolved in 8 days, okay? And truly, I felt like they're gonna hold a personal grudge. I felt it. I'm like, these girls know that I didn't do it on purpose, but when someone sends you home, crush your drag race dream, you're like, that bitch, you know? So I felt like, okay, there's 6 hoes on the jury. I sent 3 people to the house, so there's half the gig right there, out. And then the rest of the girls that were there, I'm like, it's a maybe, it's a no, it might be a yes. And then to see that I got like no points except one from Thorgy.
Was that Thorgy and Trixie?
But I'll tell you this, no, it was just Thorgy, because Trixie didn't get a vote. The top 4 didn't get a real vote.
Oh.
Only the girls who were eliminated got votes. But honestly, to be very honest with you, in the moment, I felt like, you know what? I've done everything that I could in this competition. I came back, and knowing how All Stars is, it's not like regular drag race, right? You get in the bottom, you can save yourself. It's based on a lot of other things. Alliances, who's your friend, whatever. And I felt like, you know what, no matter how long I'm here, I came here to show my fans, it doesn't matter where you start on the journey, as long as you never give up and keep pushing, you can always be a winner, bitch. So even in coming in the door and looking a lot better than I did in season 2 and 3, I actually had some makeup on. That was nice. That I felt like a winner. So I just each week when I got to stay, I was like, oh hallelujah, what can I give to the next week to make a memorable moment? Because I wanted to make some memorable moments and have a good time. And when I didn't get voted from the 2 to the 4, I'll say this and I'll be done. I was like, you know what, in life, you cannot control what's gonna happen. You can be just going about your day and someone can be like, that bitch, or like not like you. You can't control who likes you in this world. What you can control is how you are going to react to the challenges that come your way, how you going to pick yourself up, how you can choose to keep a smile on your face and keep it moving to be a professional bitch. And that's what I've done. Truly. Thank you.
And just to piggyback off what she's saying, I don't know if you guys agree. I think that the show has its winners, right? But then there's the real winners. I'll tell you that right now. You could compete on this show, and you could win the show, but you have Alyssa Edwards as the winner. Shangela is a winner.
Katya. But truly, in addition to that, truly, it is because everyone's like, oh, well, they'll ask, there's 110 of us now from the show, and there's 126, damn. There's 126, and they'll be like, whatever happened to so-and-so? But you can't measure anyone's success by what you consider what success is. There are girls who they only wanted to do was be a professional drag queen in their hometown. And as long as they are still doing that and loving their life and having a good time, then they're a winner. They're a winner. Hallelujah. That being said, please check me out in the new movie A Star Is Born. With Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Hallelujah. But that's always been my dream. I always wanted to be an actress. Actress. Let me see my tears. Yeah. But you know what? As long as you're pursuing your dream, and I hope y'all do this in your own personal lives, never give up on your dream no matter who doesn't support it. If you support yourself and keep pushing, that is going to push you to be who you want to be and be your best self. Don't let nobody stop you, bitch. If they don't like you, they don't vote for you, fuck them. Keep moving. Hallelujah.
All right. We have another question, but before we do, I just want to remind you guys, our final viewing party is next week with our special guests, Katya and Naomi Small. It's gonna be fucking crazy, so be here. Alright, hi, what's your question?
Alright, so this reunion took 9 hours to film. Where was our All-Stars 3 reunion? And how long would it have taken to film?
Turn your phones off. Well, the All-Stars 3 reunion was up in the air for a while. They would tell us maybe there's gonna be a reunion, maybe not. But here, I have two explanations. I'll make them real fast for you, okay? The professional explanation that they gave us was that because they wanted to air season 10 after All Stars 3, they couldn't go too far into the summer months because advertising prices in television, everybody knows better, let's get deep here, we get intellectuals on y'all. In television, advertising prices drop during the summer because less people watch TV in the summer because they're out being, summer people. So advertisers don't pay as much to like RuPaul's Drag Race to advertise on the show. So the show was going to go too far into summer, they had to drop like half the season of the ad prices, which is why they wanted to go into it immediately after. Me personally telling you, I'm going to tell you, bitch, I'm going to tell you, bitch. So honestly, I feel like they knew this whole like eliminated queens coming back and voting thing was a new idea they were trying out, and they were like, a lot of people in the production said, you know what, it may not have, they won't never take ownership, it was a bad idea. It may not have been our best idea, and I agree, and it may have, who knows, but they didn't want to harp on the things of season 3 of All Stars. Let's move on and keep the people happy and give them another show. And I think that's really what it was. But honestly, I would not trade anything about the experience. We would have loved to have a reunion. Trust me, the girls were like, bitch, I got things to say, okay? And you know Nancy Drew was coming back with a file cabinet full of receipts, bitch. I was ready with a magnifying glass and a cape. I was coming. But we'll get there one day. Who knows? I might be back for All Stars 4. Who knows?
All right, what's your question?
This is for all three of you. This kind of piggybacks on what Shangela was saying, that most of you have a platform that you want to do outside of Drag Race. And I'm curious as to what your platform is. Like, what do you want to achieve? Be it community service and things like that. Just like what platform? No, your birthday was boring. So, like, just what platform do you believe that you can achieve with what position you have in Drag Race? Because it's beautiful. It's amazing.
All right, I'll start with this one. Okay, this is my thing. I love the RuPaul's Drag Race culture, everything that it has created. It has given so many of us working girls, just working girls.
Currently available on iTunes, please.
It's just, we've been able to travel. We get to do so many things. But if there's one platform or a message that I just really want to get out to everyone is that before Drag Race there was drag, and after Drag Race there's still going to be drag. I don't just come out on a Thursday and watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Come out on Saturday. Your gigs are on Sunday. Come to XYZ. Come see her at XYZ. Come see me on a Friday night. Go see Shangela wherever she's at Friday night. Go support your queen. Drag is not going anywhere. And if there's something that I want to really push for and implement is that it'll be here today and tomorrow, long after Drag Race. So make sure you show your support and love the girls, all of them.
Holler, and tip them, yeah, please. In addition to that, I think that a platform of mine, I don't even really call it a platform, it's just kind of how a dream that I've always had is to be able to tell more stories about our community, the LGBT community, and the things that happen within our community, and the things that affect us, and the way we feel, and everyone just has so many unique stories. And I would love to be able to do that through television and film, whether it's acting and stuff, or being able to write and produce our own stuff. And I think that right now you can see with films like Hurricane Bianca 2, Pose, that's Pose, you know, it's a great time to tell all these stories that may not have been told, not only to mainstream, but just so that people, like we talked about earlier, can see representation of themselves on television and the media, so they know that, you know what, someone else out there is like me, that feels like me, and that's what I hope to continue doing, and inspire people to be professional about their shit, and be a business person, because you never know in life, you know, a lot of times, I went to college, I majored in corporate communications and PR, that was my world for like 2 years, but honestly, no one ever thought you could make a career out of being a drag queen. But obviously you can, but you have to have a mindset of a business person. So I hope that people in drag and all the queens that like, ooh, my goal is to get on Drag Race. Baby, that ain't gonna make you no star. What's gonna make you a star, and like when we were watching what Miss Cracker said, you know, that just ruined me for months, and I locked myself in the house. I'm like, bitch, you better get up. Because here's the deal. People will tell you every day you are not a star. You have to believe in your heart, I'm a star. And then you are a star, bitch. Go through your day feeling like that. And I hope that people will be more motivated about their own careers and go after their dreams. That's why I have a song called Working Girl, because I am, bitch, a working girl. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the same with her. I think the kids need to see gay people on TV, and they also need to see, like, you know, I'm on the internet a lot, and I like that the kids...
Which is the TV of 2018, okay?
Yeah. I made so many friends with, like, kids that don't have gay representation in their life, and, you know, I might not be, like, in their town or anything, but I can still be like, keep doing you know? I didn't fucking have that at all. Like, you didn't even have someone to go, like, what you're doing is fine. Just keep doing that. You know, you only have, like, the negative shit in your town. So, man, I'm just happy to be a thumbs up for the kids.
Thumbs up for the kids!
Oh, just keep doing your shit.
Thumbs up!
Yeah.
I stained my dress.
Oh, no.
It's water. It's neoprene. We're just coming out tomorrow.
Good shit. All right, what is your question?
So this isn't quite Drag Race related, but your...
We didn't watch Survivor this season. I don't know
Okay. Your sister is on, so you can dance right now, Miss
Laganja, yes.
Yeah. And which is amazing, and I'm very excited to watch her. And Trina, you brought up that now 3 major competitions have had drag queens on them. And I was just wondering what you guys thought, also how excited you are to watch your sister, but also what you guys thought about not only now having Drag Race, but we also have America's Got Talent. Yes.
American Idol.
Eva Destruction, and also Courtney on fucking Celebrity Big Brother.
He won Celebrity Big Brother, yeah.
So now 4 shows with drag queens being drag queens on the show. What do you think that's going to be doing for drag and for the community, etc., etc.?
Well, I just hope it continues to push forward. The more that we can see us and a real representation of us. You know, I've done a lot of roles on television as drag queen hookers, murderers, dead hookers. I beat down an alien with my purse as a truck stop hooker on the X-Files. It's true. Look, if you got a check, I'm going to take the job, bitch. But let me tell you what else. I think it's great that we have better representation of exactly what happens in our community, who we are, not only as characters that someone else created and made up of what they thought we were, but as real people. And I think that what you get in RuPaul's Drag Race and also in reality shows is you get to know the real person behind the character. And I think the more that we can get to know a real person of what a drag queen is, yes, that person's in drag, but they're also a real person that deals with daily issues, goes through things, has a mother, a father, has relationships, emotional stresses, all that. So it's important to be able to get to know people, and the more you can do that, the more that we'll have understanding about everyone as a whole. And when I'm, as a drag queen in someone's house in Kansas City, Missouri, that may not have ever met a drag queen in their life, they get a better understanding. Whether they like me or not, whether they accept me or not, they get to know, like, okay, that's a real person that exists. It's harder for someone to hate someone that they have an attachment to or at least know something about than if it's just like an idea. You can be like, ew, drag, gay, gross, if you know nothing about gay. But if your child is gay, all of a sudden you're like, well, now I gotta think about it a little more. And that's what we're hoping to do with our representation in television and film. Know us, bitch, before you judge us. Hallelujah. Me for president. Okay, all right, no. Just on Dancing with the Stars. Get a bitch in the book.
I would just like to say, I'm gonna be on WGN this Saturday.
Yes.
I'm gonna be on. I know y'all gotta search deep and low for some WGN, but it's in Chicago, and you will find it. It's gonna be at 10 o'clock on Man of the People. Me and Layla McQueen got drunk as shit and tried to get through an escape room, and we got very intoxicated.
But you know what's cool about it is? It's becoming more on television that they're booking drag queens, and not just like as the gag, ooh, it's a man. It's just like it's the drag persona. People are attracted to that aura, and they're booking us. And like you're hosting on WGN for the New York City Pride Parade on Sunday. I'm gonna be on ABC from 12 to 3 o'clock hosting the entire parade. And it's not like a gag, like, ooh, we got a drag queen. It's just like, that's Shangela, she's a drag queen, and she's hosting a show next to these straight people. Hallelujah. Hi, Boo.
All right, where are we? Hi, what's your question?
That's beautiful. My question is, okay, the Vixen said in a recent interview that she wants to see a Black Girl Magic runway. What runway would you like to see on Drag Race that you have not seen yet?
What runway would we like to see on Drag Race? Well, I would like everybody just to come down in their own version of a box. I don't know why I like that idea, but I really do. There are so many creative, with 126 queens, which means 126 shows, basically, if not more.
Yes.
You got to get really creative. And I think that they've done a lot, but there's even more. I would like to see them take Drag Race out of that room and out of that off the runway for a second. I know we love the glamour, but also to put them in real life drag situations. Like, bitch, you show up to the gig, your luggage didn't show up, you gotta put yourself in drag with somebody else's makeup, and the promoter is drunk and not paying you, so you gotta figure out, not you, Sean, not you. The checks at Roscoe's clear, but to give us some real drag situations, okay?
That's like that.
Hanging in the back of a taxi, bitch, okay? I'm moving taxi.
Going on a Tuesday, you gotta get 100 people to the club. How are you gonna do it?
You better get out there and promote.
3 of your nails came off, but you gotta take 3 pictures. How are you gonna pose correctly? That's some shit.
I've done it.
Oh, and can I say, I would love to see like a food runway. Have they ever done one that's like food?
Like girls have like shaded a hot dog or like the.
Well, we did the cakes challenge, remember?
Yeah, that
I was pineapple upside down cake.
Oh yeah.
We'll be happy with that.
All right, where are we? Hi. What's your question?
Hi, Naysha, hi, Tanika. But my question is for Miss Shangela Laquifa Wadley.
You better have all three names, bitch. Yeah.
I know your sister Morgan came back on All Stars 3, but who do you think deserved to come back on All Stars?
You need a, oh my god. You are like hosting a children's show.
She did a great job. Thank you, baby.
I'm like, who do you
Lovely. It's a lovely question. You know what? All Stars 3, who would deserve to come back? You know, well, first of all, I thought that when Dayla chose Morgan to come back, I thought it was great because I've been the girl that went home first, okay? So I know that how you feel when you leave, like, I packed all these things and I was ready, you know? And nobody saw it. And I just, maybe you just cracked under pressure the first episode. So I think of all the girls to come back, I think that Morgan was a great choice to come back on the show for that, at that time.
Talk closer.
Hi, Edgar.
Talk closer.
Any tea about working with Lady Gaga?
Oh, bitch, yes. Can I tell the tea? Okay, don't get me in trouble though, bitch, because I done had a couple of these cranberry, whatever the fuck. But listen, okay, I'll tell you one quick story, Lady Gaga. So we shot the film last year, and they kept moving the date, which we were like, oh damn it, the film ain't gonna come out. And then you think, oh, my parts are gonna end up on the floor, but I'm in the movie. So as we're filming, right? So we're there on set, and when she first comes in, you're like, oh shit, there's Lady Gaga. But you don't want to be like, oh, bitch! So I was trying to play it cool, right? I was like, hey. And she goes like, because we had met before, because I did the lyric video for her applause video. And I'm like, she ain't gonna remember me. But
my favorite song.
Actually, she's like, she calls me Shan. She goes, yeah, right, don't get me started. She goes, Shan. It's so good to see you again. And I was like, so, I'm like kikiing with her, like, oh my god, I love you so much. Now, they have told us, call her either Lady Gaga or LG, whatever. She's very sweet, she's very nice. Well, we were in the dressing, we had a 5, 6, 7, 8 quick moment. And I've told this story before, and I'm going to tell it again, even though the girl who did this story, she sent me a message like, bitch, don't tell this story anymore. But, so we're sitting there, and me and Gaga are having this little combo, and I'm telling you got 10 minutes with Gaga, because in a movie, they'll film you from one way, and they're like, okay, Bray, we gotta reset the cameras. So you got like 20 minutes while they move everything around to shoot everything from another side. So we're just sitting there together, right? And bitch, I'm taking advantage of every moment. I'm like, girl, you and Beyonce, how many collaborations have you had? Because I'm trying to get the Beyonce tea too, I said, you and Beyonce, y'all done how many collaborations together? She was like, Sean, like 2, yeah, video, phone, telephone, yeah. And I'm like, no, y'all did 3. And she's like, no, 2. And I'm like, no, because one time I got booked to do an episode of Bones. And they told me that I was going to be performing Run the World. So I had the Beyonce costume made with the Beyonce hair, Beyonce boots, bitch. And so when I got there, they were like, oh, by the way, we couldn't clear Run the World, but we cleared Just Dance. Okay, so there I am in the Beyonce wig with the Beyonce costume and the Beyonce boots, and they start playing Just Dance. Well, I had to do the number because I didn't have no more clothes. So I told her, that was your other collaboration.
What'd she say?
Oh, bitch, she said, Shan. And she started calling her manager's name is Bobby. She said, Bobby, come, Shan, tell her the story, Shan.
Was that bitch as high as shit?
I don't know, bitch, maybe, bitch. But she was so cool, and she was like, and this is the true story. She told me at the end of it, she goes, I should say this for a book. Okay, don't tell nobody, but I'll put it in a book one day. So she said, I have to tell you, sometimes I really love you being here because sometimes on a set, like when I was filming American Horror Story, I'd be in the corner and I'm like, she's a person. You saw the Gaga documentary. She's a very emotional person. She was like, I would be in the corner like judging myself against the other actors and like down on myself, my work. I knew I was doing a good job, but I wanted to always to be better. But today I just had so much fun listening to your story shine. And I was like, oh, thank you, bitch. So can I get your number? She gave me her email address. That's still cool. It's still cool. I love her. She cool. We cool. Me and Gaga. We cool. I'm going to the premiere, bitch. I'm gonna have my gown on too. She better get ready. I'm gonna have my gown.
Did you email her?
Yeah, it bounced back. But you know, it was a rush. We were in a rush. She gave everybody roses at the end of the day and shit. And, one more last story, real quick. But it's a quick one. So I don't mind. One more little quick one. Okay, so we're sitting there having the conversation. Oh, first of all, Bradley Cooper is the director. Okay, sexy down. He came and like grabbed the sides of my face and was like, listen, Shangela. And I was like, whoa, baby, not my makeup, baby. Hold on. But he was very sweet. And so Gaga and I are sitting there in the dressing room. And one of the other queens who was booked, you know, she turns around and she's like, so Gaga and I are talking. And she was trying to, you know, she was going to be in with Gaga. And she turns around and goes, Stephanie. Bitch, she had called her by her government name, bitch. When I tell you, now Gaga is white. She real white. And then she had a white powder. But she went white, bitch. She said, and then she gave that nice, there may be a camera around me face and said, she said, no, sweetie, no. Not unless we're family or in between the sheets. Yes. Just LG or Gaga will work just fine. And I was like, oh shit. So then I leaned over and I said, so LG. And she was like, yeah, shit. She snapped back, the color came back to the face. But you know, she's not accustomed to random people, I guess, calling her by Stephanie, bitch. But she was actually very sweet and very kind to everybody. She gave roses to everybody on the list.
Was it Willem?
Who?
Was it Willem?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Because that's the only other queen that I know that.
No, but it was, I didn't remember the girl's name. She's actually, she's a sweet girl. She lives in LA. She's a queen there, and she did a great job in the film. But she actually sent me a message on Facebook because somebody posted this story. And she said, it was me, girl. And I was like, damn, you recovered, bitch? And she was but it was cute. It was very cute. Yes.
All right.
Hello.
Okay, I just turned 21, so I'm very new to this.
Happy birthday! Yeah!
Drink water. Don't forget to drink water.
Naysha, you're stunning.
Sean.
Shangela, the first time I saw you was on Dance Moms.
Yes, Laquifa.
Laquifa with Nia. I loved you. I stand. My question is for Tranica. Because I'm new to this. So maybe you've answered this. I don't know. But Tranica, have you auditioned for RuPaul, or would you consider auditioning for RuPaul? Never. Would you want to be on it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of the television program you're speaking about. But if I did audition, and I did sign a contract to audition, it would have said, don't tell people you audition, shut the fuck up. And I would have done that. Get it? Allegedly. I'm not up there, so here we are today.
Hey, real quick, did you know that Nia from Dance Moms just turned 17 yesterday? Yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Any other Dance Moms fans in the okay? Hi, what's your question? Nice bun.
Thank you. And I love your wig.
Thanks.
What's a wig?
How dare you?
Okay.
So, Shangela.
Yes, baby.
Okay. I know that you love Game of Thrones.
I do.
I know that would be one of your target shows. What are some of the target shows that you would love to act in? Because personally, I would love to see you on Falls.
Cool. Get TNT.
Oh, this kid.
It's a cable check. Not as good as network, but it's good. It's good. I love Niecy Nash. You know what? Some of the girls from Drag Race were just on Claws.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Bob and
Valentina.
yes.
Gia.
I would love to be on Empire. Back when it was in Payday, bitch.
Vixen was on Empire.
I was cooking stuff. Who was?
Vixen, she did, she was like in the background.
That's secret. I love that.
So was Camilla Fox from here. They filmed
here.
They filmed here and they have a couple of drag
Oh
queens
yeah,
on there.
Chicago, yes.
I auditioned to be on Empire.
I would move here. Okay, yeah, y'all cost a living, bitch. You'll give me. But in addition to that, either Pose, which I'm a big fan of right now, on iPad, and I know there ain't a lot of girls that look like me there, but I would love to still be on Game of Thrones. We got one more season, bitch. And I went to Belfast recently, which is where they filmed some of it, and they wanted to invite me on the set, but we had to leave the next day. But Hodor, remember Hodor? Look, we got real deep, and nobody here watched Game of Thrones. I went real deep. But Hodor sent me a personal message. Oh my God, I have it on my phone. I'll play it for you later. It's real cute. It's real sweet. So there you go. Now all the Game of Thrones people, I know you're happy for that.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm from California. This is my first time.
Hi,
in
Chris.
Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you. I just want to know, so I recently watched an interview with Karen Michaels, and she talked about how dating as a drag queen is hard. And so I wanted to just get your take on it and like what you've done to help yourselves and like maybe give tips to like other queens or aspiring queens. Sorry.
Naysha's better at this because she dates a lot.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? No. Oh my gosh, Sean.
Sunset in the alley.
Why would you say that out loud?
I did it. That girl behind me said it. You heard her. You hush up. You hush up.
I don't know. I just think having, first of all, Cameron saying that she has a hard time dating is full of shit.
That's a lie.
She's so full of shit for that. No, but seriously, it's just seriously just making sure you separate the two, right? I mean, but at the same time, if you have a great personality, you're gonna have it in and out of drag. So who cares, right? I don't know, girl. What would you? I don't even know what to recommend to like appeal more.
Okay, you trying to go.
Go ahead, girl.
I don't know.
You go.
I would say I never had a problem, bitch. Like, if you know how to talk to people, you know how to talk to people.
Period. In or out of drag.
Right? And like, if you're like a cool drag queen and they want to come to your show and they're like, oh,
It's gonna happen.
like, bitch, you can take off the wig and go see him and go get it in.
Bitch, they know what all comes off.
In 2018, I think it's a lot more accepted and easier to go on dates and be like, and guess what? I'm also a drag queen, and people be okay with it than it probably was years ago. And that's because it's more acceptable now because it's on television. And also for us, we're on TV, so people are like, ooh, yeah, bitch, give me the panties. But that being said, honestly, for me personally, like I've been in a relationship because I'm on the road all the time. So you can't build a strong relationship. I think a relationship should be based on trust. You can't build a huge amount of trust if it's someone you don't know if you're not in the same place more than 2 days at a time. So I love meeting new people, and now I sound like a hoe. But you know what? I think as long as you are more confident in yourself, when you live for yourself, this is not even what people you're dating. This is also your friends and family, anything. If you're more confident in who you are, more people are attracted to that than if you hide who you are. There were times back in my early drag career, you'd have Trey and bitch, they'd be coming over, you'd be like, oh, let me hide my wigs, put my things with them, put the puffs under the bed or whatever. Depending on what kind of bed you have. But honestly, I think now, when you come into who you are as a person, you love yourself so much, you don't want to hide who you are. And also, you can't build a relationship based on lies and secrets. So you might as well be like, bitch, this is me, hallelujah, like the greatest showman, this is me, take it or leave it. There you go, hallelujah. Yes. Also, I'm single and ready to mingle, hallelujah. I'm not mingling, bitch, I'm a professional.
Also, maybe it's because I'm just like into like big old faggots all the time, but I feel like all the queens that I know that are like, oh yeah, when they find out I do drag, they're like not attracted. I'm like, bitch, I don't know where you're hanging out at, because bitch, that's like the cool thing to do where I'm from. So you might live in the country or something.
Yeah, you're Uber driver.
Yeah, you're an Uber driver. It's like, oh, you take that wig off? Yeah.
You keep it on.
1 star, bitch, 1 star. You better let me out this car, sir. No.
All right, we'll do a couple more and we're gonna close it out.
We're gonna cut to the preview for next week that we missed out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, too. Can we intro it? Wait, let's intro it.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, what you didn't see before that you're about to see now, next week on RuPaul's Drag Race for the season 10 finale is. Next time on Thank you for that. Don't miss the grand finale as our top 4 queens face off in a historic sudden death lip sync for the crown. Who will win $100,000 and become America's next drag superstar? The winner of RuPaul's Drag Race is...
The butterflies, the butterflies. Girl, wait till these butterflies, bitch. I can't stop thinking about the butterflies. All right, we're gonna do a couple more questions, and then we're gonna fly away. Hi, what's your question?
At least try to.
I just wanted to know, how do y'all feel about transgender folk in drag? Shangela, hey.
How do you feel about transgender folk in drag? They should have been on Drag Race a long time ago. They should be there now. They'll be there in the future. It's they come to my shows any day of the week. You'll see trans people. You'll see girls with beards. You'll see bald-headed girls. You'll see.
I want to say something on this too.
It should all be included.
Drag is for everyone.
Yeah. And girls and trans people put in the most work. And girls, no, definitely not.
Yes. Okay, so I agree with you and you, very much so, because when I remember the first time I went to a gay bar when I was 18. I was from a small town called Paris, Texas, not France. I know you know. But and I was in Dallas. And I went to the gay bar, and the girls on the show, there was a mix of boy drag queens and also transgender queens. And those queens had such an impact on me and my coming out and learning how to love and accept myself that I don't think there should ever be a moment where we exclude anyone in our community, because there are so many people that make up this community and so many people outside the community. We love our allies, first of all, but also people outside the community who don't love us, and we should know what it's like to be turned away. So I think it's so important that we make an inclusive environment for everyone. Now, if RuPaul says that there shouldn't be no trans girls on RuPaul's Drag Race, that's fine. Let's go create a trans drag race, or another drag race, or another platform in which that people can be, their talent can be showcased. Because I think that there's so much talent in the transgender community as well as in the drag and the gay community. Everybody needs a chance. Hallelujah.
And drag is not about how you walk into the dressing room, it's how you walk out of the dressing room onto the stage. It's
That's
what
right.
you're presenting, it's not what you're wearing on the bus, it's none of that. So.
Because trust me, I know some trans girls, bitch, it takes them longer to get in drag than it takes me, okay? And that's a long time, okay? Hallelujah.
Someone I want to see is, do you guys know Aura's S10?
Yes.
Epitome of drag. I can't wait to one day she's on there, because that's someone that deserves to be on there.
Trans girls are welcome at Roscoe's Drag Race every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday!
Also, okay, well, we gotta close it up. Also, tomorrow the girls will be here. The meet and greet starts at,
Fishnets.
We almost, Holly lost you.
That was good. I'm putting that on a t-shirt,
the meet and greet starts tomorrow at 9, and then the performances start at 9:30. They'll be here all night. Are you guys gonna be here to see the girls? Oh, fuck off. Come on, give me a good round of applause. Let's close this out.
I'm gonna be here tomorrow night, and I'm performing, and I'm gonna shut it down tomorrow night. You better win it, bitch. You better be up in here tomorrow, Chicago.
Make some noise for Shangela. And for Naysha Lopez. My name is Frank. I'm 30 years old, and my favorite food is melted cheese. Alright, we'll see you guys next week. Let the music play.